and welcome. In today's video, I want to reflect a little bit on my earnings in 2024 from my 6 income streams. Actually, all of them are digital income streams. So I will talk about my 2 YouTube channels, like what I earn basically from the YouTube partner program, but also from sponsorships. Then I will talk about Etsy. I do have 2 Etsy shops, but 1 main Etsy shop. And I also want to show you what I earned from KDP, Kindle, direct publishing on Amazon. And I also have a Shopify website. Basically, I sell everything I publish on Etsy, also on my Shopify website, although it started a few months later than my Etsy shop. So I haven't, updated all the listings, but the majority of listings are also on my website. So I will talk about that. And last but not least, I also do remotely freelancing, so everything is at my laptop. I don't have to be in an office or anything. I did that for a UK company at the beginning of the year, and around September 2024 I started like a freelance position, like a contract with a Swedish agency as a social media consultant. So I will also mention this here, because it's a digital income stream as well. I'm quite excited about this because I haven't actually looked at it before before I had the idea of this video. So for me, it was a nice recap also to see what I actually have earned. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to support me, but also to follow my journey. So let's start with YouTube. As I mentioned, I have 2 YouTube channels. One I had for about 4 years, I would say, but I started out talking about personal finance for a year probably. I was still based in the UK, and I wouldn't say it was very successful. I didn't know anything about YouTube. But then I also completely changed the topic of the channel, and now it's about my life in Sweden. So since 3.5 years, since I pretty much moved to Sweden, I'm talking about life in Sweden, and I nearly have 10,000 subscribers now. So that has been also, I would say, maybe a slow growth or an okay growth. You can see it as you want, basically. But with that channel, I'm monetized and I'm part of this YouTube partner program, and I earned basically 17,914 Swedish krona. I know it sounded like so much, but actually it's only $1,635 or 1,558 euros or 1,288 pounds. I probably will not read all the currencies, but just put them on the side so you know what it is wherever you are watching from. So it's definitely not a lot of money, I have to say, in a year. But as I mentioned, I reached my 10,000, and the kind of Google AdSense money is not that much, and many creators also complained a little bit about it. And I don't even talk about money or anything, so I just talk about life in Sweden. So I get definitely a little bit less money per 1,000 views, but that's fine. I will talk about sponsorship in a second. But in 2025, I have really good plans with my other channel, but also with this channel, which is not monetized yet. So hopefully it will be monetized soon. If you want to help me with that, then subscribe. Or actually, subscribing is not my problem. It's more the views now, which I need to reach 4,000 hours of views. So basically just watch my other videos and you would help me. Thank you very much. So if you go and watch my videos, that would basically help my channel be monetized. So I still have a lot of plans with both of my channels, but my second digital income stream are sponsorships. And I didn't really know how many sponsorships I had and how much it actually was in the year. I think I had around 4 or 5 sponsorship throughout the year on both channels, actually. Even with this channel, although it is not very big, I had sponsorship, which is really, really cool. I really appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun talking about it. And I actually had more sponsorships, but some of them were not paid, but I received the products. For example, this ring here, you can see it's called an Ultra Human ring. I got this sent, and I could test it, and then I integrated this as part of my sponsored content, which was really cool. And I love this ring, so I use it every single day. So sometimes you don't have to pay money to make me happen. So what did I earn? In total, I earned 21,985 Swedish krona. Again, Swedish krona sounds so much, but it basically was $2,007, and I put all the other currencies here so you know a little bit how much I earned. But I think sponsorships might increase now, especially with my channel where I'm reaching 10,000 subscribers. Honestly, I never reached out to anyone, so sponsorships came to me and then I considered them or not. I will continue that because I'm not that kind of person who really wants to reach out to people and ask them, for a sponsorship. I think there are enough people out there. The companies have their own teams looking for content creators to, and they know everything about me by watching my YouTube channel, so they can decide if I'm a good fit or not. I think that way it just makes more sense, and I also don't have to spend any time thinking about it. I wouldn't say it's super impressive, right, what I earned with sponsorships, but again, I'm growing. And this was, I still think it was really cool doing the sponsorships, and I'm learning as well, like how to present things and how to package things. So it's quite cool, and hopefully when this channel grows, there will be some interesting sponsorships. Again, I actually had 1 or 2 more sponsorships, but I didn't want to mention them on my channel. I was not convinced of the product or service they offered. So obviously, I only really present you with things which I really like and use myself, and I'm convinced that this is a cool thing. But also, I'm manifesting, but also have a huge belief that my channels will be successful because mainly I do think people like what I'm talking about, although it's always good to get feedback, and make videos based on what people want. But I also think I'm very consistent, I persevere, and I'm patient. And I would just want to stick to that rather than thinking, why am I not monetized, or why do I not get so many sponsorships, and worry about it or freak out about it. No, I'm concentrating what is in my power. And that is, creating videos, putting content out there and being consistent with it. And I definitely try to learn, from what works and what doesn't. But yeah, let's go to my next digital income stream. And that is Etsy. I talk about my YouTube channel a lot about Etsy because it's what I focus on the most, and where I also make maybe not the most money now, but bigger money than other digital income streams. And I do have 2 Etsy shops, but one Etsy shop I just created, and I created a few listings, 20 listings, and I kind of left it there because I realized I don't really have time to dedicate, my effort in that channel. It's also kind of low priced things like products as well. So yeah, I just stopped producing anything for the entire year. So since 2023 I haven't really touched it, and it still makes a little bit of money. How much money? Actually 1,123 Swedish krona, which is pretty much $102 in a year. That's obviously kind of nothing, but then again, I have done nothing, so all of the $100 are passive. I didn't do anything. But then my main Etsy shop I talk about on this channel as well. I made in 2024 135,946 Swedish krona. I know it would be amazing if that would be dollars. It's $12,430, and I put all the other currencies here. Of course, I would love to have more. Sometimes people have that in a month, but I'm still very happy about it that I made money with Etsy and I had these extra $12,000. And I think what happened as well in 2024 is that I didn't concentrate much on creating products. I did a few listings, probably around maybe 20-30 listings, but that's also including duplicates. What I normally is, because I'm creating printables, I have single printables, but then also bundles. So I would say compared to my 270 listings I have in total in this shop, only 20-30 I did this year, maybe 40. So you can see that I didn't put that much time and effort into creating new products for Etsy. So my main work on Etsy was, customer service, which is really, I don't know, not even 5 minutes a day. So I feel like these $12,000 have been also quite passive for me because I barely did anything on Etsy. I don't want it to keep it that way. In 2025, I want to put more effort and time into Etsy and create more products. So that's on my plan. But yeah, these were the results for Etsy. Then my next income stream is KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. And I want to mention it here. I haven't done anything actively since 2-3 years. So that's even older, but I still make some money from it. And I really do zero on it, like zero. So this is purely passive income. And even if it's not a lot, it is still something. KDP is an interesting digital income stream. And I really want to pick it up again because I really enjoy the process of creating like journals and things like that. So I think I will put more time and effort again also in 2025. Mainly one product actually sells on my account, and I made 5,440 Swedish krona, which is around $500. So around $500 I made from KDP in 2024. And I hope that I can expand on that a little bit more in 2025. And then my next digital income stream is Shopify. And Shopify is almost like KDP. I didn't do much in 2024. Actually, nothing at all in 2024. I think maybe I added a few listings. So my Shopify website basically has all the listings and products I have on Etsy. Not all of them actually, because I started a few months later and I haven't managed to actually put all the listings on my Shopify website. But the majority is on the website, and I haven't really, done much because I also didn't create many listings more. So it's obviously connected to Etsy. And I also don't really drive much traffic to this website. And I think this is a little bit why, it is also not bringing that much money in. I have done a little bit of Pinterest, but again, that was more in 2023 and I haven't done much in 2024. But this will totally change. I'm already working on driving traffic to Shopify mainly from Pinterest. So I will keep you updated. Follow me for more updates on this, and I will go into more details what I'm actually doing. But yeah, I still find it really cool to earn something from it, since the effort is also not so much. So I earned 7,211 Swedish krona, which is about $658 US dollars. And actually I was surprised that it's not much at all, but I still was surprised that that was the amount, since I kind of again, didn't really pay much attention to it. One thing I actually do on Etsy and on Shopify is collecting email addresses, like having a pop-up, giving away something and collecting email addresses and then writing newsletters. So that's also how I try to drive traffic to my Shopify shop, but it's still quite a small subscriber base. But yeah, just to let you know what I'm actually doing sometimes. So, and last but not least, my freelancing is one digital income stream as well. And it's actually quite a big one in terms of money. And I call it digital income stream because I don't have to go in the office. I don't have to have these restrictions of a job, but I do obviously work for time. So if I work 1 hour, I get paid that much amount and so on. So there's not obviously the more I work, spend time, the more I earn, but it's not like when I create a product, it can be bought once or 1,000 times, that's the difference. But I still really enjoy it, and I'm really happy that I have this income stream as well. And I actually only started it in September properly. I had a little bit of income at the beginning from another company, from a UK company I used to work for, and they had a little project. But now I also joined a Swedish company and I only work 2-3 hours a day for them, so the rest of the time I can work on my business. But I do spend a little bit of time basically taking care of that part of. And if you're interested, I'm working as a social media consultant. But yeah, the total I made in 2024 was 165,908 Swedish krona, which is around 15,132 US dollars and some other currencies here. So that is kind of the money I earned within the 4 months, basically. So it will be nice to go into 2025 with my freelance job as well, because it really helps me. But don't forget, I live in Sweden and the taxes are really high. So in total, I made in 2024 355,527 Swedish krona. I know some people make that obviously in US dollars, but in US dollars it was 32,433,000 US dollars, and then the other currencies. So a little bit over 30,000 US dollars, which can be, you know, for some this is an income, right? Not a huge income. It's definitely something, and I'm really, really happy about it. You know, I know it can be so much more, and it will be, but I think this is a good start, because before that I only started really in 2023, mid-2023. I was on parental leave before that, like for a year. And before that, I didn't really start digital income streams. Although I had KDP, that I think was the only one, which I mentioned here. But I only did that for a few months and then I kind of left it as well. And that's obviously a mistake. You can't just start something and thinking, oh, maybe it doesn't work, and then leave it. So you have to still put some effort in it. But yeah, this basically was my income in 2024. I have to say I left half of December out of this because I wanted to make this video. It's not a huge amount of money, but things you don't see in that number is that it was all remote work, very flexible work. So I didn't have set hours, you know, from 9 to 5. I had to sit somewhere and work. It was really 100% flexible, although obviously with my freelance job, I would say maybe it's 90% flexible. I still have just a few hours a day where I work. But, you know, it still is quite a flexible job because I mainly work from home or from co-working spaces, and I can take off days whenever I really want. I don't really have to ask anyone, only inform. So that's really, really, you know, it gives you a sense of freedom as well. And I finish every day at around 4 p.m. and then pick up my kids and then spend time with them. So I'm not really working, again, 9 to 5, or some people work even longer hours. I, you know, have a cut in the day and feel like that's a nicer work-life balance. And also I have lunch or coffees with friends whenever I want during the day. Again, I don't really have to ask anyone. And I feel all of this really contributes to my, you know, freedom and flexibility, and I really, really enjoy it. And although I don't make the craziest money in the world, I'm quite happy with what I made in 2024, and I know 2025 will be much, much more than what I earned for sure. And I just love the life I created with my digital income streams. And I hope you will follow along so we can exchange a little bit. And I can also help you with coming up with digital income streams for your personal life. So let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching till the end. Bye!